Hello, my little pretties. Welcome back to another episode of Shadow Tales. I hope you all will enjoy this video as I tell a retell of a story called Jack and the Beanstalk by Joseph Jacobs. This is another episode of Shadow Tales, episode 7 to be in fact. So let us begin with our story. Once upon a time, there was once a giant who terrorized the land of many people. He took what he wanted and even killed and injured many people in the village that wasn't far from where he lived. But one day the giant decided to build his own hiding place so nobody could disturb them in any form or any way. There was once a little farm that was not far from town. There was a young boy named Jack who lived with his mother in a little farm. Jack's father went to go fight the giant one day when Jack was still a baby, but he had never returned. Things worked out okay after that, as Jack and his mother did the best they could to provide what they needed with the hens that they used to lay eggs and for food, and the garden as well. They even have a raise of a calf each year with milk from the cow. But then one day there came a drought where no rain had fell for months, and the garden withered and died. The chickens starved and they were eaten one by one. One day Jack's mother looked at Jack and said to him, "Jack, I need you to take our cow to town and sell her. We need the money to buy food." As Jack did that, he grabbed the cow and ended up traveling and making his way into town. As he was making it into town, a man stopped Jack. "Oh, where are you going?" he asked. Looking at Jack, and Jack was a little nervous, he said, "Oh, I'm going into town to sell this cow. And not only that, I'm going to buy at least some food for our family." Maybe I could buy the cow," said the man. But of course Jack was nervous. How much are you willing to pay her?" he asked. "Oh, not money, fellow," said the man. "These are magic beans, and they're not just any ordinary beans. They're magic beans. I'll take the cow, and we'll trade for the magic beans." Jack was hesitant, but he went ahead, and he used the cow and bought the magic beans. The trade he thought that his mom would probably like. But when he got home, Jack's mother was wondering why Jack was home so soon. And Jack showed his mother the magic beans. "Oh, Jack, how could you? How could you do this? What are we ever going to do?" Jack's mother said as she grabbed the magic beans and threw them out the window. But there was no supper that night, so Jack's mother was crying while Jack was in his room. Early one morning, Jack woke up to the sound of what seemed to be something rumbling. He looked outside and he could see that there was a tall beanstalk. He was surprised that the beanstalk reached all the way up to the clouds, so Jack climbed the beanstalk. After a little while, he reached to the top and realized that there was a big land above the clouds. He looked to see that there was a house that was around the size for a giant. So Jack walked over and he looked over to see that there was a giant in one of the rooms through the windows. When he walked in the house, he could see that everything was really huge, and he walked over to pass by a room where the giant was in. He was with the hen who laid gold eggs, and with the mallet, the giant turned the gold eggs into coins. Then the giant sniffed the air. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell of an Englishman," he said. Jack ended up darting out as fast as he could as the giant went out of the room and chased Jack. Jack, however, was hiding in one of the rooms, so the giant eventually gave up and went to another room, where he fell asleep on the couch. That is when Jack sneak over to where the hen was in the other room, saw a small sack, and decided that he would take the golden hen with him. He took the gold coins and even the gold eggs, and he grabbed the hen and stuffed it in the sack. As Jack was doing this, the hen squawked and freaked out as Jack quickly tied the sack up and began to run out of the window. The giant was woken up by the sound of the hen squawking and looked out of his window to see that Jack was the one who was running away. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell of an Englishman," the giant said. But as Jack was running towards the beanstalk, the giant ran out and ran after Jack. Jack was climbing down as fast as he could down the beanstalk. As the giant was going down the beanstalk, he was going down as slow as he can. As Jack was smaller, he can climb down faster than the giant. "Mother, mother, get the axe, hurry!" shouted Jack as he called from down below. Of course, his mother ended up looking over to see that there was the giant coming down, and Jack ended up calling to her to get the axe. Of course, his mother went back in the house, grabbed the axe, and went out as soon as Jack landed on the bottom of the beanstalk. He started to cut down the beanstalk as fast as he could. "Oh, hurry, Jack! Oh, hurry!" shouted his mother, for as his mother looked up. Then, when Jack cut down the beanstalk as far as he can, the beanstalk began to topple, and it was toppling over to one side where the giant was coming down. He ended up falling down, with the beanstalk, crashing somewhere, and he was no longer seen again. When in many years to come, the big hole where the giant had hit had turned into a nice little lake. It was a perfect area for fishing, swimming, and even picnics. Jack was considered to be the hero of everyone in the village, and when he showed his mother the golden eggs and even the hen, they had solved all their problems, and Jack had considered to be the hero. For many years to come, everyone will remember what Jack did. And that, my little pretties, was Jack and the Beanstalk, a story written by Joseph Jacobs, a fairy tale. Now, if you all enjoyed this episode of Shadow Tales, please leave a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications so you will get notified to when I upload more. And as always, I'll be catching you all in the next video. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.